Yo.
What's up, what's up, what's up, what's up? Y'all know what it is. State of the art in the building.
Talk your shit. Y'all already know.
What's up, man? How's it going?
It's going cool. Man.
Nah.
You know my energy. Open the country.
Open to go. You ready to go back outside. You know, I want to say I've made some observations during this time, like coming here into the city to record is like, one, I want the fly people that think they're fly during this time, but I got fly during the pandemic and are in the city. Y'all not doing it for real. Like, y'all have to understand, when the city really open, we gonna come back outside and share out how the fuck you get this done.
I haven't been on the trains lately.
Nah, I've been just walking through from 34th to 30. You know what I mean? Like when I walk, I be seeing people, and some people be looking at me like they really doing it.
Yeah.
I'm like, son, you got Doc Martens on. I seen those many years ago, sir, and that was a fake fly thing back then. Stop it. Like, stop looking at me. Niggas be looking at me like, I see what you doing, kid. I be like, I don't see what you're doing. So stop looking at me like you fly.
You got fly people problems out here.
Nah, I'm just saying, like, I feel like niggas really think they doing something out here right now. I'm like, yo, when Soho open back up for real, when the dope boys can come back outside, you're gonna see real fly men. You know what I mean? Right now, what y'all doing is cute or whatever.
I heard niggas been getting crazy out here. I'm not gonna lie. I heard a lot of stimmy money been going to Gucci.
No, exactly. There's a lot of but the problem is,
going crazy
it's
out here.
the same thing that happened back in the days. They gave the stimmy money to the wrong people. The people that got it don't know what to do with it. You know what I mean?
I
Like,
don't think they gave it to the wrong people. They gave it to everybody. So whatever you want.
no. I'm saying the people that stole more stimmy money than they were supposed to get. Those people that got 6 checks with 5 different names. Those people.
Son, niggas out here getting other people's unemployment. Like,
Bro.
Somebody actually told me that happened to their pops. That somebody was collecting unemployment
Under his name.
He's a whole business owner.
Nah, it's shit like that I'm just like, yo, y'all ain't got no heart.
Yeah,
like, this is why there's some people not going to heaven.
Yo, you got to constantly check like your information, what's on my credit. You know, you stay on top of that stuff.
Yes.
You got to stay on top of that.
Well, to me, it's just like, I don't know. After you get caught once, this shouldn't happen again. I got caught up one time with an eBay situation, and I remember going, I didn't do this. They fixed it quite quickly, but I was very much so like, how do we secure this shit?
Yeah.
But yeah, let's get into it, man. A couple of things. One, I would like to say last week I wasn't here because my little one was sick.
He's lying out here.
Right? Nah, man, I was out here turning up with the bottles and shit. Now, I wish my excuse was that.
You was in one of them underground spots.
You know what I mean? Yeah, the ones by Canarsie or East Flatbush. Yeah, don't act like I don't know where y'all at.
You say too much.
No, nah, get the fuck out of here. I know where y'all at. I'm gonna see y'all soon.
They be outside.
Nah, they nasty with it. But yeah, but I wanted to talk about what happened with Quavo and so, yo, let's get this shit correct. Saweetie, that's what I say. Saweetie. That's how. Okay, people say sweetie,
but
Saweetie.
I haven't like done a whole bunch of research.
Yo, I remember for some reason one time I fucked up and said sweetie. Like, I don't know, I put the A in the wrong part. I put it at the end.
You ain't even feel wrong saying that.
No, I was like, oh, sweetie. That's what I talk about. It was like, you mean Saweetie? I put the A in the wrong spot. I really thought I was killing it too. I was like, oh, you're talking about sweetie.
Just trying to throw a little accent on
I'm
it.
just saying, man. I tried to be fancy with this shit. Put a pinky up, but nobody fucked with it. But yeah. So you saw the video?
Of course.
Okay. So clip was a clip of Quavo seemingly swimming. Saweetie and Quavo were getting into an elevator, and it seemed like they were fighting or tussling over a bag. Now, at first, you see Saweetie swing on him and then run into the elevator, and then you see him not swing on her, but swing her all around. And then she dropped down, and like when they got to the floor, they tussled a little bit, and he pulled the bag from her. And at that point, she didn't get back up. And that's like when you hit your sister or your brother, and you like, y'all play fighting, and you hit them, and you like, fuck, I hit you too hard. And you like, yo, chill, shh, don't tell mommy, chill, shh. You like, just relax, like, yo, you alright? But you know they not alright, and you realize you done fucked up.
Yeah.
That's when I saw that moment and she didn't get back up, I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
But what did you feel about it? Honestly, how did you feel about the whole? Well, first, how did you feel about the video? This is what I want to talk to. I want to talk to it like this so we can understand. One, I want to talk to it like, what did we see? Then I want to get to the motivations.
Yeah.
Okay, so a lot of people like to do the thing where they're like, oh, everybody lying, everybody thinks she lying, everybody think he lying, everybody think. Fuck all that. What did you see in the video?
I saw a very blurry story in that video.
Okay, I could agree.
Because first thing I go, because I had, you know, everybody's like, yo, he hit her, he did it. Even me, I'm like, wow. But then I'm trying to see. I saw like 3 like edited versions, you know, where I'm like, enough didn't happen where I could just say, yo, we're done with him, because they had something and he stopped, and everybody is like, oh, he looked at the camera. He looked at the camera a little bit later, like he was already stopped when he did
all the action was over.
Yeah, so I'm like, he doesn't seem like he's being like super aggressive with her.
Yeah.
But they had a tussle in the elevator.
Yeah.
I'm like, I think they need to speak on this before we start making a decision.
We start deciding what had happened.
We start making a decision on like where things are. That was how my approach was. I'm like, we've seen something, but I don't know if there's enough for me to just say, you have no say in, you know, on some R. Kelly shit. Like,
well, my thing was this. I looked at it. I came from the perspective of like when LeBron James flops and men call it, like when we see that, yo, you didn't get touched, bro. Fuck out of here. I'm sorry. He swung that bitch with all his force. She didn't hit one part of that elevator. She didn't even really bump into anything. And then when she got down to the floor, I don't know what kind of jiu-jitsu master this man is that he might have broken her wrist for her to limp out of the elevator. But I saw no impact. I saw nothing that would.
Did they show her limping out of the elevator?
Yeah, I never got that far, because after a while it was just him watching her on the floor crying. I stopped short. Sorry, I'm lazy. Like, if you're not doing.
I feel like every video I saw, I did not see her.
Okay.
I saw that there was a part where the elevator had opened up and there was people outside, and she was still on the floor, and then it closed up, and I think went back to a different floor, but I don't know.
Somebody told me that, he watched her limping out. I didn't see that part, and I remember thinking, so what part of her leg hit the elevator? Or what kind of leg lock did he put her? I don't understand because to me, women love to say like, oh, you only doing that because she a woman and you trying to assume she's lying. Like, nah, I actually didn't see nothing happen in the video. I saw nothing of substantial evidence to show that she should have been harmed.
I mean, I understand what you're saying. I'm not saying she's not hurt though, because you could have been hurt way before while y'all was tussling in that situation. But go ahead.
So then I got a question. Why did you actually get impacted by the hurt when there's a camera? Why? It's very convenient that when the hurt.
But do you think she was like playing for? And that was another. Thank you for breaking that up. So I had a question about it. I'm like, is this like a place where they live, or is this just a random place? Because she didn't look at the camera for me to say she's acting for a camera, and he also looked at the camera way too late. So I'm like, does he know? I mean, it doesn't take
every elevator,
but you're fighting.
Yes,
that's the part.
No.
But you're fighting.
I don't. And this is the thing. This is something I've learned about these creatures we call women, is that while they're beautiful, amazing, and smart and strong, what they are is smart. They know what they're doing. You think that when you're dating a woman, you've planned out your next 2 weeks. She planned out your next 6 months. You have to understand. So this woman, while fighting, could have known, I ain't never gonna win this fight, but I know there's a camera in this elevator.
So what about his reaction?
He's stupid, man. He didn't even think about the camera in the elevator. I don't think he ever.
But I feel like his actions after that kind of, he wasn't empathetic to her to like help her up, but he wasn't Ray Rice to her either. He was just kind of like.
Well, the thing was, if you look before he saw the camera, right? Even before he noticed she was down, he was focused on the bag. The whole time he was trying to get that bag. It wasn't like they were fighting each other. They were tussling over a bag.
And that's what I felt like I was seeing on social media. Oh, he gotta go because they're fighting. I'm like, I don't think they're like fighting each other in this situation. They're just two people tussling, happen to get into something.
I've gotten into more violent altercations over the TV remote, in my personal opinion.
How violent?
Quite violent. Like, I'm gonna be completely honest. We both left with some bruises. You know what I mean? Like, we both left like, damn.
Reggie lip was busted.
Yo, I was dead. Yo, she had hands, bro. What you want me to tell you? Like, and these things, I don't want to make it. I know that toxicity should not be normalized and should not be accepted, but toxicity should be understood that it exists.
That it happens.
That it happens. And I feel like when I looked at that situation, I didn't see enough evidence. Like if I look, like a lot of people will say, like I said, people will say, oh, y'all only saying she faking it because it's a girl. I'm like, no, I've seen LeBron James fake it. I've seen Kevin Durant fake it. I've seen a lot of flops in my day. And when I see it, I call it in the NBA too. So why do y'all think that because she mysteriously has tits, I'm now doing it because she has tits?
So you call it a full-blown flop?
No, flop. There's a flop. I don't believe she was harmed. I do not believe that.
See, I wasn't even thinking about like...
Nah, I don't believe. You know, because there's nothing that happened that... First of all, you know what I think about the swing to begin with? I think that that's what happens when you don't go to the gym. I think that what y'all are seeing is a man literally fighting a woman that is of relative strength. Like, she can fight him. And the problem was he swung her with all his force. So it looks violent. If that was The Rock, when she tried to run, he'd have grabbed her arm, her wrist, and be like, stop it. And she'd have stopped.
I do wish they would talk about it, though.
But you know what I mean? You know that's not
respect. Yeah.
But it's like when he grabbed, like if it was The Rock, for instance, he grabbed her. You would have never seen that much force. He just pulled it back like this, and it wouldn't have been it'd have been a man holding it down. Yeah. It'd have been a man doing. But when you don't actually physically do anything, you got to really swing her.
Yo, Quavo should have never pulled up in that gym for Bobby Schmurder, man. I'm telling you. It was all downhill.
You thought it was that?
It was all downhill.
I don't think it had nothing to do with that jet. I think Quavo been cheating on that hoe since.
But he's been like in the news after that. Like a lot.
I don't think that. I'm gonna be real. I get it. You're right. Like that story seems to be the ground zero of Quavo's dissension.
Yeah, man, I'm like, yo, you in the news every week after that.
Every week, you're right. But I think that Saweetie was just tired of. Like I said, when we saw that interview, we knew what it was.
Yeah,
we knew.
They said that was a year ago, that fight.
Yeah. And then Quavo after, I don't know if you know, he tried to say that like he thinks that is a smear campaign because that video came out and now, like, you know what I mean? It's like, it's awfully convenient that video comes out after.
Yeah. I mean, I said the same, but I'm like, bro, ain't y'all about to drop an album right now with everything?
But together?
Yeah, no, the Migos.
Yeah.
So, so there's a lot of Quavo news and then this video drops out. Like,
well, to me, it's like, y'all break up, she breaks up with y'all, and then this drops. Now he's trying to say it's her. That's an easy answer. It's like, you point at the husband when the wife gets murdered, right?
He said it's her. I don't think you should do that.
No, he said that. He said that. He didn't say it's her. He said it's. I think that is a smear campaign going on coming from that side. Yeah. I don't think he necessarily said it was her. Yeah. But I think that people, she probably, how it goes. You vent it to your homegirls. You vent it to your family. You mad about your boyfriend. And maybe you're not really broken up. But now, after you're done being mad at him, they still hate him.
But goddamn, y'all went to go get tapes?
Well, I'm just saying, if y'all got access to this.
That's a little, like, excessive. Like,
I agree. But I also want to say that, so Saweetie, from what I know, is she has a college education.
I heard she's Gabrielle Union's cousin.
Yeah,
I don't know if I'm correct on this.
Guys, all of these are, like, listen.
I heard. Okay.
Allegedly.
We're like propaganda news.
Don't believe us. I don't know if you know. Look at this face. This is our don't believe you face. You know what I mean?
Fucking bad propaganda.
I don't know. But I heard that she's like, she doesn't come from, like, she's not from the ghetto. Yeah. Like, she was doing well before this.
We gonna run with she Gabrielle Union cousin.
Exactly. So Gabrielle Union cousin went to college, got a bachelor's. She was doing well and also, I say that because when I heard her in the interview, she didn't sound like these other baby moms. I'm gonna be real with you. When I listen to like other rappers' baby mothers or girlfriends, or when I listen to rappers anything, it normally goes with the fact that you're dating a rapper. I normally go, oh, okay, it makes sense that your ratchet ass landed here. Because to be real, I always thought that any person of substance, even if they're not doing as well as the other, the only thing that would tempt them is the money. Yeah. But outside of the money, they know this is not a decent person. Yeah. That's how I feel about rappers. That's how I feel about musicians for the most part in general. Like, you don't date a musician or a rapper or anybody in that world outside of the money. So I always kind of felt like that's what it was. But with her, it felt like it was a little more legit because she had her own career.
I don't believe none of these celebrities.
No. I don't believe them. But I'm saying, like, I felt like maybe she wasn't making the worst decision because she picked the best seemingly the best of the Migos. The one that was the most out there and
the most star power.
The star power. And then on top of that, she also, when I heard her speak, I didn't hear like an idiot or a ratchet person or a ghetto person or a hood person. I heard like someone that knows what they're talking about or understands what they're saying. And I think that if this video is, let's say we go with that story that it is her doing that, then you're now falling into the same baby mama ratchet bullshit. Yeah. Because I feel like we're losing something in this time.
I don't know if it's her, because she said she didn't want to talk about it.
But let's say it is. Let's say it is.
I mean, if it is her, then
let's say it is.
That's a little wild and fucked up.
But it's like,
and it looks a little bit opportunistic.
How many? I mean, well, you drop your first hit song, and then the first person you date after you drop your first hit song is Quavo. Yeah. That's also opportunistic if you look at it that way.
That's how I view the relationship. But I view that more as like, yo, this is the brand decision, or like, you know, it's like when Meg Thee Stallion's dated Mad, or like she was dating Money Bag Yo at the time, and I'm just like, yo, this looks like a fake relationship, and then they broke up like 2 weeks later.
I mean, they knew what they was doing, but I'm saying like that's what I thought they was, but they were the closest to possibly being real that I thought.
They took some good pictures together.
Exactly, yo, them pictures had us sold. I'm not gonna lie, that gondola.
They took some good pictures together.
So I saw it and I thought to myself, I hope, because we're losing this concept of like grace. Like just leaving shit with grace. Like just leave.
Everything don't gotta be super messy.
It don't gotta be messy. You don't got, and I'm not saying you don't have to be allowed to be emotional or feel emotional, but you don't have to act emotional. Yeah. It's like, do I understand why women attack the men that disrespect them after they disrespect them? Yes. Do I think it's beneficial to them in any way, shape, or form for real? No. Yeah. So I don't think you should do it. I think women that attack men after they break up with them are just wasting time. Yeah. All you're doing is allowing for yourself to go through the healing process longer.
You shouldn't move in that much hurt and pain. But that's what, you know, that's what a lot of people do, and they're told, you know, express that and do that. And it's fine to me, it's fine to express that. But you should, I always watch when people like try to broadcast like their pain. I'm like, you might regret this one day. Maybe you should look for like a healthier way. I'm not saying don't handle it, but look for a healthier way to go about this.
Like,
I don't think people should dominate your mind this much. Like, I do not think another person should be able to have this much control where you're actually just like losing it.
Now you're out of character. Yeah. Now you're out of character. Yo, I never.
And you may win that battle today, but in hindsight, like later on, people gonna treat you different. People gonna look at you different. People gonna be very careful with what they do with you and how.
I always feel like you.
I don't want that person to do that. With me. You know.
This is exactly why I didn't like the Joe Budden rant after Spotify. I always feel like you look stupid when you go out your way to put people out there. Yeah. I felt like it just is. These things are not necessary. So I looked there, and when I see that, it's like, I'm like, yo, there's a way to leave things with grace, where it's like, yeah, maybe you didn't get the momentary emotional effect that you would have gotten if you got to attack, but you got to like leave. Yeah. You got to have peace of mind. Because to me, I realized like when a girl left me, no matter how much I wanted her, I always thought to myself, no matter who she's with, let's say, because then whenever a guy leaves a girl, like willingly, and it doesn't just break up, I know the girl goes, oh, there was another bitch, or there was this, or maybe he was doing that, and they come up with 1,000 reasons why it couldn't have just been her. Mm-hmm. And I used to do a version of that too. Oh, she whack anyway. She corny. She this. Then I got to a point where I'm like,
I never did shit.
Nah, I did that.
To me, I'm just like, yo, at the end of the day, if you don't really fuck with me like that, I don't want you to be with me. Because now you got to fucking fake everything. Like you fuck with me like that.
But that's what happens when you're...
Yes, I'm going to be hurt for the moment, and that's fine. I'm going to find a way to get over that. Yeah, but, you know?
I mean, that's what happens when you're adult from 5. Me, I was a child up until 23. You know what I mean? So it's different. We came in it from... We ended at the same place, but came from different directions. So for me, I felt like I understood it on that aspect, because I've had times where a girl will break up with me and I'll be like, she corny as fuck anyway. Yeah. I don't like her. I don't want to talk to her like that. Like, and I'll do all that, but in reality, it's like none of that matters because I wanted to talk to her. Yeah. And then I came to a point where I was like, I gotta just be real. It just didn't work out on my end.
Plus, also like when you've dated a person, you don't sit back and think like you're a terrible person for, you know.
Yeah.
So why will I then buy into that mindset of kicking somebody because they're doing that to me now, you know?
Well, my thing is, it was just this. When I'm done doing this, what did I gain? And usually it's nothing. After I do this I would say the same thing for a man as just as much as I'd say it for a woman. Like, if a man goes out and beats up a girl's side nigga after she's sleeping with him, right? I'ma go, I get it. I get why you want to. We all been there.
She probably still going
but she's still, all she gonna do is ice his wounds and suck his dick. Nothing's gonna change. To me, nothing changed
or
there.
She gonna get another side nigga because you beat this one.
Because you beat this one up.
You have to hope you could beat that next nigga
Exactly,
up too.
like, and hopefully you don't run into a side nigga that will whoop your ass.
Or shoot you.
Like,
you know?
son, I just realized, like, no matter what she's doing with this other nigga, no matter what she's doing on the other end, what she's not doing is doing it with me.
Word.
And that's what I come to the conclusion to. It's like, it's not that I could live with mystery. I just don't care. And I don't care because I care about things that actually affect me. So if me and you are talking and we don't work, I'm going to be mad and I'm going to go through those feelings.
Yeah.
But I'm going to try my best not to react because at the end of the day, no matter what I do, it's not going to get you back to me.
Yeah. And by the way, when I'm saying I'm not saying I'm not like sad in the process of like being broken. I'm very sad, but I just don't feel, to me, trying to like demonize somebody, it don't ever help me make me feel bad. So,
I'm gonna keep it a buck with you, bro. I ain't never seen you sad like that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep it a buck with you, bro. Like,
yo,
guys, no,
I be sad all the time.
Bro, I'm sorry, bro. I'm cutting in. I don't know if you get sad, but I don't know, dog.
Nah, people say that all the time to me.
Obi,
I was then having a conversation with my mom the other day. She was like, yo, if you wear it very well.
Bro, you seem like the most even keel nigga. Like, sometimes I'll be in my head like, Obi, my compass as to where my emotions are.
See,
it's like,
I just don't like to like panic. And I feel like when I get into those like stages, you know, I don't feel like I'm thinking straight. So I try to kind of compose myself together before I can start.
We need like,
you know?
2 million more of you, bro. Because I'm not like that. I don't panic.
They'll be crazy as shit if they was like me.
Nah, I'm not gonna lie to you. They may not be able to deal with it.
I don't wish that on nobody.
I'm telling you guys, it's like the super soldier serum.
I wish people gave me the understanding I've been giving motherfuckers, man. I'm like, yo, I need to fucking lose it right now.
Nah, see, you have this like calm that I've never. It's like there have been times where I get so mad at a girl that I'm talking to or somebody or something.
Nigga, Reggie, you get mad at the fucking wall.
That's true. But there's a level of anger that I reach with someone that I look at, I'm like, what would Obi do here? How would he react to this?
Reggie will call me like, yo, listen to this.
Listen to this shit. And I'll tell him, and he'll be like, nah, you shouldn't do it. And what's funny is usually it's the exact opposite of what I wanted to do. So now I learned, and I was like, I gotta be better about that. Because I can't just be hauling off and snuffing everything that gets me mad. But yeah, I hope that situation. I don't think that situation is gonna turn into nothing. I think
they done. Like, and that's fine. I feel like people are gonna have toxic relationships. That's gonna be part of the process of people's lives. But you just gotta learn, like, sometimes you just keep some doors shut, and that happened. Hopefully it didn't go too crazy and nobody got hurt and everything like that.
Yeah.
But you gotta learn that, like, don't hold on to that all the time. Like, people be so anti-good shit in their life. Why is that shit drives me crazy, son. Like, motherfuckers praise like having some like horrible shit all the time.
It's just because I've seen people that go through horrible shit and they're just cooler, bro.
Yeah, but
I don't know what to tell you.
But are you happier?
No, I'm not exactly. Like, it's like it took me a long time, right, as a child growing up, to like realize like Wolverine and the Hulk were not happy.
Yeah.
Like, I used to think like, oh yeah, be Wolverine. Yeah. And then I grew up, I'm like, that nigga is depressed. Man. Like, that is walking depression. I've never seen PTSD like that, but you think in your head looks.
Wolverine don't look like he chill on a yacht with bad people.
He don't. But
I don't want to be that.
You
I
right.
want to be on a yacht.
I want to be on a yacht. You right.
Fucking good life.
Right. But it's like people that smoke, like even smoking cigarettes. There's something cool about it because it's attached to some level of like almost stress, or like it's attached to hardship.
And also, like, when you're younger, it's usually like a sign of like a rebellious sign. Because I feel like a lot of people start when you're younger.
Well, to me, I even thought, like, when you're young, I don't even count anything you do. I'm gonna be with you. You're like moving like a wolf. But when you're older, I think to myself, like, why do older people get into it? And it's
older people get into cigarettes. I mean, if they're super stressed,
it's because they're stressed. Normally, the people I know that got into cigarettes when they were older,
a lot of people pick up like habits like that
because they had to deal with stuff. And it's like, there are things that happen with people that I'm not gonna lie, bro. Toxicity and hardship look good on. I don't want to say it looks good on people, but I understand why people are attracted to it. Mm-hmm. That level of negativity, while terrible, I get it. Like, you're mad.
I understand why people are attracted, but to me, it's too short term.
Yeah,
it's way too short term. Well, I like consistency in my life.
It took me a long time.
I like consistency.
Nah, bro. We are polar opposites, bro.
I need things to be very.
I was living by the next time I had fun.
I'm fucking militant in like lifestyle and shit like that.
I'm getting there now, but growing up, I was like, yo, when's the next time I'm gonna have fun? I lived by the next time I'm gonna put my life on the line type bullshit. Not like for real, but like the next time I'm gonna have an exciting time. The next time I'm gonna be dangerous. The next time it's gonna be scary. Next time it's gonna be fun. I lived like that. And then I got to a point where I was like, I'm tired. I don't want to fight or live dangerously or go. I don't want to go to crip parties anymore. I'm tired of these barbecues in Bed-Stuy. I don't want to get shot at anymore, guys.
I did all that too, but I was always.
We were both there. But the thing was, when they called you to come, you was like, I'm good, B. And I was like, where at?
I don't care to be. I'm like, who's there? Nah, I'm good.
It was like, people used to call me and be like, I'm going to be real with you, though. It might get shot up. And I'm going to be like.
I'm a believer of people's energy. And certain people, I'm like, I don't really care to be around that right now.
Nah, I learned that the hard way later on. Because back then, I was like, I care to be, I'm around it all.
I get it, though. Because, if you live in a certain way, you're going to be like, fuck it, man.
I mean, yo.
Everything goes.
Exactly. When you down that road, I was one of those people that when I'm down that path, everything goes. But
I was seasonal with that.
But I will say this. Speaking of everything goes, my man Paul Pierce.
Ooh. My man the truth.
He let us. Okay, so I gotta ask. So, okay, well, let me explain it. Paul Pierce has a video that comes out, or live. That came out of him apparently smoking a blunt, drinking liquor, and having strippers dance around him.
My nigga was trying to back the shit out of Monica. So I don't know who Monica was, but he was trying to pipe that down.
Bro.
He kept on calling Monica to come back home with him.
Yo. Monica! Like Ja Rule in Fast and Furious 1. No! Monica! But, I saw it. Okay, so how do you feel about it? Him having that video, that live of him with the strippers and then getting fired from ESPN based on that live.
I think he was trying to get fired.
Okay.
But I also think that's like, my nigga, like, bruh. I know we live in this time where like we got a cape for everybody. Like, Paul Pierce is a free man that's allowed to do what he wants to do.
Yeah, because he's probably got $30 million sitting.
You're also a full-blown adult and you work for Disney at the same time. Like, what you were saying about like the whole dignity thing.
Yeah.
I felt like if you're trying to get out of this, I think you can
There's
find
a better
other
way.
ways to do this.
Well, that's what happens, in my opinion, when you don't have, or when you don't see purpose in what you're doing.
Yeah.
Because to me, no matter how things go and anywhere I'm at, if I have a purpose or if I had a purpose in whatever job I'm in, I never want to leave them on bad terms.
Yeah.
If there was some bullshit that I didn't care about, whatever. But even then, I still, had the concept of I don't want to be.
Yeah.
I don't want to be that person.
And this isn't about money because Paul Pierce got all the money in the world. That nigga has made probably almost $200 million in his whole fucking career.
I concur.
So he has fucking money.
Yes.
So it's not a money thing, but bruh, you are at least 40. Like, you're at least a fucking 40-year-old. Like, what are you doing? Instagram Live?
Yo, that was my thing. It's like, what's funny? It's because even when Paul Pierce was 32, he looked like he was 45. Paul Pierce
looked like he never got a shape up.
That man looked like he was a vet from rookie year. You know what I mean? Like, he just always looked older than he was.
He got an old man game.
He just got a washed up feel.
He got an old man.
What's funny is he's not washed, but he looked washed. So to me, when I see him, I just see an old uncle. It's not like when Allen Iverson retired and you like, if you saw Allen Iverson with strippers, makes sense. Like, Paul Pierce got a look where it's like, uncle.
Yeah.
No.
To me, I'm like, yo, you've been trying to live like this your whole life or something like that?
Why now? How do you?
Yo, man, social media is a fucking drug. It might be the worst drug on the fucking
I'm
planet
so
right
glad
now.
we didn't get into live during this Panam era.
I mean, we did some live.
We did, but we didn't get into like. I saw so many people doing live so often. I don't know. Okay, I don't know that this was a bad thing. Maybe we did the wrong thing. Maybe we could have got more following. Maybe we could have got more popular. I don't know. But I was not feeling that live, everybody a personality craze.
Yeah.
It was just like, I felt like, yeah, like, you know how much it takes to get in front of this mic and not fuck up
Bro,
sometimes?
I mean, you give enough opportunity, there's gonna be more people that take it, you know? That's just how life, and people were shooting their shot.
Exactly.
Bro, there was a point, and we might still be at that point where people were starting a podcast every week. And then like 3 weeks later, I'm like, yo, I mean, are y'all like still
happened to
going?
podcast?
Yeah, like, no, I've seen people drop announcements of podcasts, and I haven't seen not one episode.
But it's like, it's the same thing. It's like, if you give opportunity, you give the opportunity to fuck up.
But I don't mind that, because you get to at least see hard work. You kind of appreciate it when you see people that, okay, there's this large market of people that do something, but these people, you know, really do it. And these people just tried it, and, you know.
Well, it's okay. I know I'm a Tory Lanez hater, but it's like how I felt about Tory Radio or whatever during that time. It was like, I really work at this. Like, I'm not like the best. I'm not trying to act like oh my God, we're so amazing. I'm not saying all that, but we talk through our topics.
Yeah.
And then we think about how we speak. And then we think about how we communicate with each other. Yeah. Then we think about how we communicate with others based on what we hear on the mic. Yeah. There's a lot that goes into this that I'm like, y'all niggas are just being personalities. And that's cute and all, but how many personalities are there? Yeah. Like,
I mean, everybody's a personality. Everybody got a play. Yo, social media's a fucking drug, son.
And it's fair, but it's like, do you got something to say?
It's a fucking drug out
here. It's like, I don't hear no authentic thoughts. I'm either hearing regurgitation of things that have been in existence for years, or I'm hearing people, and not even in a particularly entertaining way, or I'm hearing people like say, like, just be who they are on mic. Yeah. And I'm like, that's cool and all, but I'd like to see a lot, like a lot more, like, if I saw one that started like that and then gradually evolved into like learning how to speak, learning more vocabulary, learning about when to take cues from when to speak and when not, learning about sound, learning about, when I started seeing that and I see the video editing quality getting different, and that makes me feel better.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, that did happen. There's a lot of platforms that grew during this time.
That's true.
But, and then there's a lot of weeding out and things. Like I said, people go shoot they shot when they get that opportunity. Okay. You can't be mad at that. Nigga, if you give me a chance to make $1 million, I'm going to be like, what do you want me to do? And then I start to do it. I'm like,
get to dancing. Like, exactly. Get to dancing.
So you can't be mad at people at least like try and say.
So question, do you feel like Paul Pierce was a version of that for the ESPN? Or do you feel like he was a person that could be credible in content, information, and what he's saying? Do you feel like he was more of the basketball player that made it, or somebody that could have became real commentary like Shaq is now?
I think Paul Pierce is terrible. I'm not gonna lie.
I didn't want to be the one, bro. I didn't want to be the one.
I don't like saying it because I've never been a Paul Pierce fan. But I'm not gonna like hate on the man. He's fucking terrible.
God, every time I heard him talk, I'm like, you did nothing for my knowledge or understanding of basketball.
Like, all he does is get shit wrong and like just fucking lie. And then he get like the little bit of see, I don't want to shit on him because he.
Nah, Obi, no, do your thing, bro. Talk your shit, my nigga. Your name is your name for a reason. Get to work.
Yo. You know, so at least in the black community, there's not too many like Boston Celtic fans. So the little bit of fans you see that they be trying to vouch for this nigga, the fuck out of here. He be saying some wild shit, talk about yo. We wasn't scared of LeBron. Nigga, get the fuck out of here. Or I'm better than Dwayne Wade. Like, bruh, really? He then said he was a better basketball player than Dwayne Wade. And I'm like, bro, all you're doing is cheapening your value. You're making people not appreciate the person you are because all you're doing is giving them a fucking reason to kick you.
Well, then, do you feel like he was doing like the Nicki Minaj thing where it was a podcast to push an agenda? Where it was like he's talking?
Nah. I think he just, you know, ESPN, to me, you know, I hate fucking sports media.
Yes, that's true.
they're all about hot takes and just saying like the most out of the window shit. And
Okay.
this is why I'm not a big hot take person. Because I watch sports media and I see people forcing it too much. Like you do not have to give a hot take all the time.
And
just give like a truthful
and to be honest, you also don't believe this for real. Like you don't actually believe what you're saying.
You know, so a lot of media, especially in sports media, they approach things with the hot take approach. And you know, that's the way he always did things. Like when the Celtics there was a couple years ago, the Celtics was playing the Bucks. Sorry if y'all don't understand basketball. They played like the Bucks in the playoffs. The Celtics win the first game. He's like, okay, it's a sweep. It's over. They fucking lost the next 4 games. They was. You know how many people clowned him after that?
Bro.
Yo, all he do is get shit wrong.
Bro. It's like, yo, can you pick stocks so I can pick the opposite stocks?
Nah, but shout out to Paul Pierce. He is the truth, and I actually did like watching him.
No, I respected his game at all times, but I just always felt like as a commentator, I'm like,
that nigga is disrespectful.
I've never listened to him and thought to myself like, wow, that was really.
You gotta go. Just gonna be some Drake hit. You gotta go watch the video where he was playing Drake on the sideline. It was kind of funny. I'm not gonna lie.
There is no part of me that wants to watch Drake play Paul Pierce.
Nah. I said Drake was getting played like he was. You know that attention shit I be talking about. He be doing on the basketball.
Yeah.
Paul Pierce like, yo, sit your ass down, my nigga. Like,
oh, I thought there was on the basketball court.
Nah. This is during the game. This is during the playoff game.
I remember that. I thought you said Paul Pierce was playing Drake. I was like, I do not want to see any part of that. Why did you watch that, my nigga?
Nah, man, come on. I wouldn't do Paul Pierce like that.
Like, come on, bro. But yeah, okay. So I don't understand the situation from that angle, like in terms of the fact that I don't. The thing I want to ask is this, though. Here's my last question. How do you feel like from the perspective of people that think that ESPN did too much?
ESPN is Disney, like. And guys, people aren't perfect, but you know, at least they try wherever they could catch you. Like problems could be fixed when they're caught, right? And I think that's something very consistent with Disney. Like you could tell the difference when you watch NBA on ESPN and NBA on TNT.
Yep.
Like I don't even listen to them talk on ESPN because I know what they're all about.
True.
You know, me as a viewer, I know what, because I don't care about their opinions. TNT more so I watch because that's a little bit more of like a raw show.
In depth. Yeah.
They get a little, so I'll watch that a little bit more. So if you work for this company, you signed a contract, you have lawyers. It's not like you're a broke person that can't afford like these people to communicate all these things to you. Like you're in all those positions. Okay. So that's why I say he was doing that like intentionally.
Okay, so then what about those contracts? Like, do you think that those contracts are too in depth as to what they ask? Okay,
not
so
with that.
So
I
like
don't
for
think
instance,
that's an issue. I feel like his job could tell you that they don't want you to broadcast that in live, because from what I heard, ESPN said if somebody leaked that with him, they wouldn't have fired him, but he just jumped out the window.
No, I agree with that.
Yeah.
But let's say, okay, my question is this: do you think strippers and liquor do not go with the brand that ESPN is trying to put out? Forget the blunt, because as soon as the blunt comes in, I say no. I'm not gonna lie. That blunt was way too far.
Blunt's illegal.
When he put that blunt on the camera, I said, bro.
What's the difference between a blunt and liquor, though? Like, come on. You can't not like.
I agree with you, but I know which one could go on camera and which one can't. That's what I do know. I'm not gonna sit here and act like I don't see it.
But you have to normalize that, though.
Bro, have you ever had a blunt in the studio? Neither have I. So we know why that is. You know what I mean? But we've had multiple cups of liquor.
I mean, the law just passed. You can't even. The Lord just passed.
Y'all done fucked up now.
Yo.
Here, Obi about to hot box this fucking studio.
You ain't seen the videos of niggas smoking all in front of the cops like Obi.
Yo, I'm about to disrespect it. Nah, I'm joking, guys. I'm joking. We ain't nothing like that. But
I get what you're saying.
You know what I mean? So my question was this, because when I looked at the imagery, I was thinking to myself like, all right, they are a major company, and they do span across the United States in various ways, but
the world,
are they family based? Because like if McDonald's had a co-host that started smoking and drinking with strippers, I'd be like, nah. Burger King, nah. ESPN, you say no to?
I could say no.
But do you not? Because to me, I think that ESPN is more for older men.
Mm-hmm.
Do younger children watch?
No, it's not all about ESPN. ESPN is Disney also. So yes, and this is why they have that like little difference between them and the TNT. I wish they would go a little bit more,
Like,
and
you know what I
Wild Out, but that's just the brand that they own.
Okay, I guess for me it was just like because I remember when I saw
This
what's
is
his
Mickey
name?
Mouse, man.
What's his name? Skip. Skip. What is his
Shannon
name?
Sharp.
When I see Shannon Sharp with the Skip.
With the head, but he's on Fox though.
With the
He's on
exactly,
Fox.
so I'm like
That's
they got a little more.
yeah.
Okay,
So it's Fox, so they chill out a
see,
little bit more.
so do you
And
think?
that's probably why? So ESPN was losing a lot of its anchors a few years ago. Colin Coward moved to Fox.
Okay.
Skip Bayless moved to Fox.
Okay.
Chris Broussard, and he's like a Christian guy. He moved to Fox because they're allowed to kind of like say things and
That they want to say for real.
they're allowed to
Okay.
express themselves a
See,
little bit.
these are. I don't understand these platforms like that. I'm not the biggest sports
Fox
person,
is a
so
little bit different. They
okay.
like, all right,
Because so do you think Paul Pierce with that same live on Fox, he's getting
they're
fired?
not firing him. I don't think he's getting fired.
So what you're saying is, I gotta start watching Fox Sports.
Oh yeah, I mean, I don't like I said, I don't care for a lot of these sports because they're all hot take niggas. But when it comes to like the realer opinions and less of like the caricature, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Except for Skip Bayless. Skip Bayless.
Nah, that ain't gonna be bad. He's a villain no
Yeah, I
matter
would
what.
go with like Fox and stuff like that. But
Okay.
they're all the same, but Fox is a little bit more like
Open to.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just. That's why I was asking because I'm in my head like. I don't feel like ESPN, like I don't think sports says families.
Yeah.
I think sports says men, and
And
nothing
you know-
says men more like strippers.
And the NBA, there was
and whiskey.
There was a time where if social media was around in the NBA, we would have been able to see all of that. During the Iverson era, when everybody, when Melo came into the league, but there was a huge fight in Detroit that went down, and with a whole stadium. If you haven't done,
fought the team.
Look it up,
Guys. This is history.
Malice in the Palace. Ever since that, they kind of like cleaned everything up,
Okay.
and like how they dress and just try to move more so to a family-oriented type of.
Okay, all right. I'm just making sure that I'm in understanding because I always felt like I don't know if a stripper. Now, if he was getting his dick sucked.
I mean, he was telling Monica, yo, come through.
For a dance, sir. He was trying to dance with Monica. Jesus Christ.
Monica come through.
Why does he have to go there? Why is it that's the case? Oh my God. He couldn't just be wanting Monica to have
But all that bad stuff. Paul Pierce is a very funny guy to me. I'm not going to lie. Like, he's super funny to me.
Yes.
So
I'll never forget the time Nate Robinson fell over his shoulder while trying to celebrate.
Man.
And that nigga ran like he didn't even see him at all. He just
man.
all right, well, yeah, I just feel like in my end, I just felt like maybe, you know me, I'm freedom of speech all the way.
Yeah.
I'm all that, but
I mean, but that's a job.
Exactly.
A private company.
That's like
you
if
have freedom of speech.
There's certain podcast companies that if we decide to go on.
Not to get into the political world. That's a huge blur in like politics right now, where people are saying the decisions that private companies are making. They're like, oh, you're taking away our freedom of speech. Private companies are allowed to make whatever decisions that they want to
because they're private,
and you're also allowed to decide whether you want to fuck with them or not. Like, that's just how life works.
Exactly. You can't go to a company that is not traded or that is a private company and then be like, I want you to do this now. It's like that's like walking into my house and telling me to do that. It's like you can't talk to me. You got to talk in my house how I talk.
Yeah.
So it's like I agree. A lot of people come to my house, but at the end of the day, it's my house.
Yeah,
so it's like you don't want to come here. Your job is to come here or not come here. It's not to come here and tell me what to do.
Yeah.
So I understand that from that perspective. That's how I feel about hip hop and white people. If I'm gonna be completely honest.
Not exactly.
If I'm gonna be completely honest, you come here and you work under the rules as they exist.
Exactly.
You don't try and change the rules and then decide because you know what I mean. You've gotten good. You're great.
You talk about Vlad right there.
You know.
You talk about Vlad.
I
right
disagree, bro.
Why
Okay,
you disagree?
so my view on Vlad is, I think he's a journalist.
I think Vlad is a journalist.
And I think that he's a he took the very rough form of journalism, the very strict strategic form of journalism, and brought it to hip hop. And the problem with that is they ask the hard questions. Hip hop journalists are known to be friendly, are known to know these people. They normally end up in that way because they know them. And it's like he's the one that came from kind of like, nah, I'm just doing my thing, and then y'all fuck whoever comes.
Yeah.
And I think that if you ask me the wrong questions, you ask me questions that are misleading or fucked up, I have to say that that's on, and you answer, it's on you.
No. Does the interviewee have some form of responsibility? Of course. Everybody has responsibility in whatever they're involved in. But you as a person, you know what the culture of what you got involved in is based on. Okay. So you as that person have to be, you don't have to be, but you might be shunned and looked against if you decide I'm not going to go by that. And those people are going to, they have that right to, you know why? Because that's the culture that they have built on that.
Yeah.
You know, if a lot of indictments, your interviews have come up, maybe you as a person should be like, all right.
Well, he does say there's no paperwork. There's nobody ever said it was based on him.
Everything is not based on paperwork.
No, it's true. I agree, but if
there's no, you don't need paperwork when you got a videotape.
Fair, but if there's none,
but
not even one mention of your name in any of these cases,
you don't need paperwork.
So let me ask you a question: do you actually believe they looked at these Vlad interviews and then went and connect ideas?
I believe they watch everything.
Okay, yes. I'm just asking.
Yes, I believe. You think the feds don't watch every single thing this person does?
I mean, I'm not saying I don't. I'm just asking.
Bro, they're doing an investigation on you.
Okay.
You go on the Breakfast Club, they're going to watch that too. You know, everything. You think when Tekashi, right before when he got arrested, the feds wasn't watching that interview that he did on the Breakfast Club?
Well, that nigga was so high profile.
But that's what it ends up being.
I'm sure Interpol was watching that nigga. Like, we got to make sure.
You know, but criminals are hot. So when you see, okay, there's a consistent pattern with my interviews and arrests. I mean, you gotta, bro. And then I understand people coming at him because then you give him that leeway. That's when he could start coming at like Farrakhan and stuff.
That's where I disagreed with him.
But that's when you start giving that leeway. You start like doing.
You know what? It's like white privilege or always going privilege. It's like, because to me, I'll be looking at them like, okay, we brought you here, and you did a lot here. I'm not gonna pretend you build content that nobody can get, and I'm gonna give you that. But chill, bro. They always go too.
Yeah, I watch Vlad's interviews and everything because you know
it's just the best content I'm ever gonna.
On there.
I just can't see that anywhere else.
I do be like, bro, you don't always have to go to the. So were you there when the gun was pulled out?
Right? It's like
you don't always gotta go to like. Come on,
so the gun was found 60 feet from the grassy knoll.
There's a bunch of stupid people in this world, and sometimes smarter people have to be like, all right. I'm going to push the line, but I'm not going to put this person in fucking jail.
Well, I guess I always wonder, like, what would I be? Am I going to be true to my craft, or am I going to be true to my culture?
And then there's also editing.
Because the other thing is, it's not his culture. So he doesn't have a natural... He's part of it.
But you've been invited into
it.
So you have to be respectful to that. Like, what? You can't... Like you said, they walked into your house. But the fuck, nigga? We now go by your rules, nigga? Go home.
But I will... But I just... There's a part of me that still believes in journalistic integrity.
If Anderson Cooper was to ask those questions and a rapper was to get arrested, nobody would care. Because Anderson Cooper is an actual journalist that might interview just anybody. He sat down with Cameron, and if you're mad at him for asking Cameron questions, you're fucking crazy.
Then I'll say this. Then if that's the case, and Vlad's trying to stake his claim as that, I want him to do that. Because now I want everybody to know when you go there, he might be the feds.
But he don't do that though.
No. He still asks. I think he'll still ask questions that it's like, because
he's still, I take that back.
Yeah, he stands behind that. Like I gotta give him that. My thing is, you when you believe in something, as long as you fuck with it for real, even Trump supporters, go ahead and put bleach in your skin. I really want to believe how much you believe it.
I understand that, but you know what I mean? It's the part of not respecting the masses' opinion on that.
Exactly. So it's like I respect that aspect of it, because no matter what I believe, what he believes in, we don't believe in the same things, we don't have the same culture, whatever.
And I get it, because I'm sure he feels like once he stops doing that, somebody else going to take that
and do it another way. Exactly. At the end of the day, this shit is getting views. Like, I don't care what nobody says. But last topic, last question. Have you heard about this Lil Uzi Vert? Not Saweetie. not JT.
JT?
Not it's JT, but the other one, Young Miami.
Miami.
Okay. Have you heard about that situation at all?
The live situation?
Yes.
I was confused.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie.
So
I'm old as fuck,
bro.
son. Yo, I'm so confused.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie to you. I leave it to my brother.
Yo, I need a narrator.
I leave it to my
explain this shit to
bro.
me.
I need to my brother and girls. Girls be like, yo, you heard about this? I be like, yo, I be sitting. Guys, I sip tea. You know why? Because it makes for better content. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like sometimes I listen to shit I don't even want to hear. I don't actually care about Saweetie.
I just like to hear shit.
Exactly.
Like, I'm not gonna lie.
Sometimes I be in my
tell
like,
me some shit I don't know. Like,
please, please continue talking to me about Saweetie. You know what I mean? I would love to hear this. I actually don't care about this shit in real life, but at the end of the day, it makes for good content, and I could.
It reminds me of high school and like when you was
exactly.
younger, like, oh, shit.
And that's exactly what this JT Young Miami situation and Lil Uzi Vert reminds me of, because Lil Uzi Vert was on live with Young Miami, and JT was with him. So then she said something like, "We not friends." Her words were, "We not friends," and that's okay.
Yeah.
And apparently he felt a way about that, and proceeded to roast this bitch. And I don't remember all the jokes or all the things he was saying. He was saying very shady things.
So he was like spitting jokes through that whole life?
Yeah,
Okay.
but he kept saying her real name. Like, I don't know what her real name is. I don't remember at the moment. But imagine it was like Catherine, who you talking to, Catherine, with those shoes on, Catherine.
Young Miami being a Catherine is fucking hilarious. You can't be a Catherine and say flued out at the same time. Yo, now I'm gonna Google her name. Continue talking.
No, I feel like it was Catherine. I don't know. I remember Catherine, but it could be incorrect.
Continue.
I remember, and he it felt like he got mad that she said they weren't friends and proceeded to move shady like and roast her. But you know when somebody's roasting you and it's not jokes, they roasting you and it's like hate. It's like the shit they saying may not even be funny. You're just coming at me as a person.
Her name is Carisha Romika Brownie.
Catherine, that's what I said.
Okay, gotcha.
All right, thank you. So now that we know Catherine's name.
Yo, Catherine saying flued out is the fucking funniest thing ever.
You know why? Because Carisha saying flued out seems right on brand.
Yo,
that shit
totally
seems right on brand. But Catherine, you know what I mean? Maybe not. Stupid as hell. So I watched this dumbass situation. I remember thinking like, because then what happened was after he had this roast fest, her boyfriend, her baby daddy or boyfriend, who's currently in prison, there usually are, came out and decided like, yo, he threatened.
That dude's mad weird to me.
He threatened Lil Uzi Vert. Why is he weird?
Why are you always angry? Like, I don't think nobody should be this angry in this world.
Wait, this is more than one occasion that he's come out.
I feel like every time I see him, he's screaming at the camera mad about something. Like, he was just talking about killing or fighting Kodak Black recently.
That was the same guy?
Yeah.
Wait, that wasn't Pooh Shiesty?
Nah, I don't know who.
Pooh Shiesty got beef with Kodak.
With Kodak Black?
Yeah, and they both from Florida.
See, I don't know that story.
Yo, we gotta talk about that. I'm gonna put you on, bro. I'm gonna put you on. Pooh Shiesty got beef with everyone that raps. And Kodak is his aim because Kodak's the hardest one from Florida. So Pooh Shiesty's supposed to be the other hardest one, the new nigga. You know what I mean?
Before you continue,
yes,
y'all gotta look up that young NBA young boy, his story about like why he's arrested. That shit is fucking crazy.
It is?
Yeah, it is.
You know, I don't know.
There was a fucking high-speed fucking chase randomly in like a 2007 Maybach. I mean, 2021 Maybach. Bruh, apparently he dusted these niggas.
I mean,
the helicopter had to fucking catch it.
Wait, he smoked everybody except the helicopter?
Apparently. I'm like, yo, when the fuck did this happen? That's the story.
Nah, I gotta look this up.
But continue about it.
But that's just actually Yo, NBA YoungBoy running away from the cops in a 2021 Maybach is hilarious.
That nigga look mad happy.
Because I thought Maybach's, he looked like he ride it home. Yo. That man is not at peace with his riches. Yo, give that money up, bro. You don't give a fuck about that. Get back to the projects.
Floyd, talk to your daughter, man.
I mean, can you? I'm not gonna lie to you.
Nigga, I ain't say read to your daughter.
I didn't even be him. I meant she looked like she on the spectrum.
Oh, yeah.
She looked like she going through it herself. I'm sorry.
Your man should not look that happy in prison.
He got 3 dents in his forehead.
Like, your man should not look that happy.
He looked like he was lobotomized.
Could you imagine you crying every fucking day?
And he over here like...
You see it? Yo, and I'm not joking on nobody in prison, but I don't think people should...
That man looked like he dapped 6 niggas before he went to that camera.
Shorty stressing out here.
And he over here living his best life.
OD, in fucking jail.
Now that's toxicity, people. That's real toxicity. Now somebody's swinging someone into an elevator that hit nothing. This nigga got 3 bullet holes in his head. Yo. It's real toxicity. But yeah, so Southside came at this man at Kodak, and my take on it, I got a hot take. I know you hate these.
No. I like it. Gotta be good hot takes.
Okay, so I'll try my best. I hope I don't disappoint.
You can't like fucking just say the next person.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But I've had this argument. I'm a big Kevin Samuels fan. I'm a big Jordan Peterson fan. There's just certain intellectuals that speak to men in a certain way that like speak to me. And I'll say that if it's one thing I'm seeing is like, I always gave Lil Uzi Vert and Young Thug the benefit of the doubt for doing the girly things they do or the feminine things they do, like wear bags, wear nail polish. His little
nigga, you just like them.
His little shoulders. No. You know why I give them? No, I give people credit for being the first. Mm-hmm. No matter how terrible it is, no matter how much I don't agree with it, I got to give it to you because no one else was doing this. Yeah. You really were pushing the threshold. Yeah. Playboy Cardi, go fuck yourself.
Yo,
you just being a sus ass nigga. Fuck out of here. I'm not giving you nothing. Lil Uzi Vert and Young Thug, y'all got it. Y'all started this movie. Playboy Cardi, fuck out of here. Yo, I'm over here with that.
You saw that?
Nigga taking pictures like this.
Yo, man.
Like, guys, all right? Now, I think that I always gave them that.
I agree with you. Like,
they did something different, right? Yeah. But I do have to admit that I didn't agree with what they were doing that was different because I was raised a different way.
That's not who you are.
It's not who I am. But now I'm seeing the negatives to that. Because a man shouldn't get that shady when a girl... You shouldn't feel like you could... Like, he was coming at her like shady, like tea. Like,
and why was he...
Because she said, we're not friends, and that's okay.
Okay.
Right? Now...
What's the reason to get shady?
The fuck is mad about that, right? But let's say that insulted you. Let's as a man, that made you feel away, right? Do you feel like you'd be like...
Hell no.
Feel like, well, that's why I see your braids, bitch. No. I can see your lace front, bitch. Banana cognac habit ass, bitch. Like, you don't do that. No nipple habit ass, but you don't. Yeah. So it's like, you shouldn't, and I feel like that's what's happening when masculinity goes away. Yeah. It's like, now y'all have to deal with women men. Yeah. Men that will get just as shady and as emotional as you. The reason why me and you never talk to each other certain ways because we always know it could go down.
There's boundaries.
There's Well, there's boundaries because the domain for violence is so close between men. It's like, I don't want to talk to you that way because I don't want to have to fight you.
And I'm sorry, I'm just not that spicy of a person all the...
I'm not, but let's even say I had a moment where I felt spicy. I'd always have to go, if I said this, am I ready for fists? Yeah. That you always have to do that as a man. Yeah. You always have to keep that concept. Am I ready to throw hands to say this? How funny is this joke that it will possibly insult this man enough for me to be ready to fight? And my thing is, I've always learned that as a man, I always said, don't bite off more than you could chew. Like, I don't want to fight, so I'm not going to talk like that. I don't want to fight all the time. I'm tired. But I feel like when you don't have a level of understanding of that, you do what women do. It's like if you were raised by your aunt and your mother or whatever.
And you do what women do. And as like a man, you think you could get like away with it. And this is where, like, so I was talking to somebody to like go back to the Quavo thing, and they said something to me where if people put this as abuse or whatever, like, he gotta eat that because he's a man.
Yep.
That's just the what you call it when things are not equal and fair on each end.
Double standard.
The double standard of things. You know, that's just the double standard.
But it's like women love to act like men need to be more emotional and sentimental, and I'm saying that is true too. I'm not saying there doesn't need to be a balance, but there has to be a level. Two people, a man and a woman, cannot be sentimental and emotional. I don't think
women agree with how Lil Uzi Verts.
No, but what I'm saying is that is inevitably what comes with it, though. Like, if you come with a certain level of sentiment and a certain level of emotional understanding and empathy, you're going to come with a certain level of emotional outburst.
We just got rolled the fuck up on, by the way.
What do you mean? What happened?
It's bad.
Yo, they jumping us?
Yo, it's bad.
Yo, y'all got hands? Y'all can fight. I'm playing with y'all. Have a good show, guys.
Yeah,
I don't know if they can fight. They can fight, right? They can put them in the mouth. You know what I mean? Nah. Thank you, everybody, for showing up.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like there's a level of understanding where it's like, because the domain for violence for men is so close at all times, we always have to watch what we say. And I feel like women don't. I've heard women curse each other out and say the most vile, disgusting things, and not one fist or fingernail get thrown.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm not.
Yo, I've seen somebody lift a hand of the person fighting like you. Just to instigate a fight. These were children, by the way. We were kids. It wasn't like... Yeah.
It was like 15, 16. But...
and there was still
one
no fight.
Lifted it. Nothing happened. How you get fake slapped?
Yeah, there was still no fight, son.
Yo, I'm sorry, guys. Women do not want smoke. It's not real, guys. Like, it's not a real thing. And I just out here waiting for beef.
Yo.
Like, there's nights I've actually walked into places and known if somebody said the wrong thing, I'm ready for it. Women don't ever walk in like that. They don't have that feeling. I'm not saying they shouldn't or they can't, but it's like, it's not a thing. So it's like, but then when you're dealing with men that...
The dude shouldn't feel that comfortable.
You shouldn't. But I feel like when you start wearing Chanel bags and bangles, your shoulder gets a little too flimsy. When that shoulder get a little,
my nigga.
When that shoulder hit a little too... I mean, that shoulder was real. I've been working on it, buddy. I've been trying to work on my Uzi. Like, when that shoulder hit too flagrant.
I can see.
You know what I mean? No, I ain't. Fuck you, nigga. Nah, fuck you. But when that nigga hit, when the shoulder get a little too flimsy.
That's another fake couple, man. I'm not gonna lie.
It's a fake couple, but it's one of those things that I'm just like, it's almost like he forgot he was a man because the Southside nigga came at him and he almost apologized immediately.
Oh, he apologized? I didn't see it.
Well, because he didn't apologize, but he's after that he was like, I didn't mean nothing, because he looked at how it looked. Okay. And my thing is, you didn't need a live to show you that.
I don't think the Southside dude should have done all that either, though. Like, it's Lil Uzi Vert. Like, what points you getting for doing anything to Lil Uzi?
Yeah, but when you talk, you're not talking to me like that. You're talking to my girl like that. That's my girl.
I don't know. Maybe I'll just look at Lil Uzi Vert.
He's so pussy, bro. Yo, you literally treated him like a woman. You like, yo, don't beat that bitch up. Like, just let her rock.
But I don't know, man.
No, you're still. Yeah, I get you.
I'm not covering that Lil Uzi Vert.
Yo, listen. Outside of the pink diamond, he's a man, and he has a penis. And unfortunately, you can't talk to women like
so
the same
you feel
way.
Like, hold on. If a nigga try to fight Michael Jackson back in the days, and say Michael Jackson like spazzed or like fucking Elvis's daughter, we gotta wrap it up soon.
Yeah.
That's one of Elvis's goons. What is a fucking fight, Michael Jackson? You wouldn't look at that like, yo.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
That's Michael.
I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. That's when we separate the men from the boys. That's when we start understanding like there are alpha males and beta males.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean? It's like,
bruh, that's not even a beta male.
No, but the thing is, the beta males are starting to get a little too. Y'all talking a little. Y'all getting too big for y'all britches. Like, I saw a dude in a video dancing wild crazy, and a girl put it up, and she said, "And can you imagine that? I thought this man would be a good 30-year-old baby like father." And he was dancing like Playboy Cardi. He was wearing weird stuff, tats on his face. And I'm sitting here like, that man has a son or a daughter? First of all, somebody gave him a kid? And I'm sitting here like, this is what happened when you date those men. To me, I look at you weird. The same thing with Lil Uzi Vert. I'm like, yo, I'm not sitting here acting like I don't see soft, but at the end of the day, you gotta watch your mouth soft, man. You're still a man.
I mean, I get it. You still gotta treat people. And like, I do believe that, because I'm like, you know, you personally, I get that.
You know what I'm saying?
You get out of here like, bro.
Like, watch who you talking to. If you're talking to me,
I'm gonna treat you like a man.
I'm not even gonna pay you no mind. Get out of my way. But you talking to my girl?
Baby,
fuck out of here. He over here, he thought it was a girl battle. He thought they was just like this, throwing wild shade together, hitting nail polishes.
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. Am I wrong for that perspective?
Yes, you are, you piece of shit, because that man identifies as a man, okay? It don't matter how many Chanel bags he wears.
No.
Oh, man. Anyway, but
we gotta wrap up.
listen, guys, we gotta wrap it up. But
Nah, that was a funny.
yo, Lil Uzi Verts slapping hands with Young Miami is hilarious to me. But we gotta go, man. But thank you for listening. Listen, man, if you're on the YouTube, if you're on the Spotify, if you're on the iTunes, smash that like button, please. It only helps. And to be honest, guys, we need more support because a lot of people listen and love, but we need more so that we could get more out to y'all. You know what I mean? But this is Common Folk. Thank you for listening, and we out.